Welcome to the Focus On podcast, where we interview business owners, entrepreneurs, and visionaries in the market. And today, our focus is on. Please introduce your name.
Hi, I'm Kenny. Okay, I'm actually from Evlution. So we are a charging company, EV charging solution company. We provide all kind of EV charging services. So including installation, site inspection, and including like operation. Like for example, if let's say you are a charging company, you're looking for a business, okay, a charging business to start up, but you don't know where to start from. Maybe we are the right person that you can actually consult us. Yeah.
Yeah. And how is it that you came into this industry?
Okay, put it this way. Actually, we started off from my team and I actually started off this from after switching into EV car ourselves. We actually bought EV cars. Then after that, we actually found that hey, this market actually very huge, and it might be a only chance that actually we have a chance, okay, to actually uh, grow this business into some level where same as our some listed petroleum company, listed petroleum company.
Yeah.
So this is the future. So this is might be the only chance we somewhere get near to them.
And what year was this for you?
Actually, we started off last year February. So actually, we spent almost a year to research, develop, and also try to maximize and also complete our system, our back-end services, and also our apps, everything. So we actually start deploying our charging station by last September.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay,
yeah,
okay.
yeah, yeah.
So since 2023 February, and then since September 2023, you all have been deploying stations
Yes.
all around Malaysia.
Oh yeah, so far it's all around Malaysia. In fact, we are the only one who have chargers in main tourist area like Cameron and Genting Highland. We are the only ones. So I would say our area now we cover up to from Seremban all the way until Alostar.
Wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, yeah.
Okay. So I think a lot of people are like, we always hear it in the news or ESG, go green, and I'm sure that there are a lot of investors who are interested in learning more about how do I ride this green wave, right? So, but what are the typical challenges that these people face?
Okay, typical challenge, put it this way, maybe it's because this is a very new business in Malaysia. So there are a lot of unforeseen circumstances. But of course, these are through our expertise. That's why we are here to solve all of this. So the difficulties, I mean, like the for these new people, right? The difficulties for them is actually like they don't know where to start, either from the technical part, the hardware part, or the software part. So there are a lot of new things to learn, and you really need to put a lot of effort into it. That's I think the most hard. I mean, like the toughest part, and especially like for example, no matter what business you are talking about, there are already some past history where you can actually reference on. But in this industry, there's no. It's not
Totally
like
brand new.
installing a aircon. So it's more than that. So yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, one of the biggest challenges, I guess, within the EV industry is that, are people really convinced in terms of like getting EV vehicles, and do you think that this trend will really continue within the space?
It's definitely continue, but a lot of people still have the question in their mind is that the same goes to some of our friendly competitor. So the idea is chicken and egg. So either I should deploy the charger first, or I should wait for the user to buy EV first. I think same goes the other way for the people who buy EV. Whether I should buy EV first, or I wait for the Sandian Berhad, all the company go and deploy the charger first. So I would say this trend will keep on as long as more EVs brand are coming in. I think this trend is definitely going on for maybe the next 100 years, I would say.
Yeah, and you mentioned that you started off your journey together with the team because you all started investing in your own EV vehicles, right? What as an early adopter, right? What was the initial challenges that you all faced, and especially when it comes to charging?
At the very first would be no doubt that when you purchase an EV, right, definitely you have a range anxiety. This definitely. But after you get because we already used to the style of pumping petrol. Maybe you spend a few minutes to go to a petrol station, then maybe you spend another 5 minutes, although there are people like queuing up. So maybe the maximum wait you have to like 15 minutes, then you can go already. Then you carry on maybe a 1 week driving, or even like for salesmen, maybe a 2 day, 3 days driving. But it's totally different from EVs, because EVs is like you have to plug the mindset of your phone into how you take care of EVs. Because like for example, your phones, you won't like a single charge carry on for maybe 4 or 5 days. It won't happen like that, right? So that's why. So for phone, we already get used to it. Like for example, I go to this cafe, I found a plug or found a USB port, then I start charging my phone. Then I go back to office, I charge. Go whenever you go anywhere, you charge. So that's why you have to plug this mindset into EVs. So at first we are still switching from petroleum car to EVs time, right? We haven't adapted the idea of charging phone into the charging EV yet. So I would say that is the only difficulties, and of course during that time we were one of the first batch getting EV. I would say the
Very
infra
brave.
is the infra is terrible, I would say. Yep. So after that, when I mean, like more and more chargers actually coming up into the market, so we actually see very convenient, it's very convenient.
Yeah. Well, I suppose one of the things people would ask, well, what about the time it takes to charge the car itself? I mean, especially transitioning from petrol, where you just pump in gas and then you're done, and then versus the charging time right now, people.
Okay, so speaking of the charging time, I think the easiest way to understand it is like, for example, your phone, you have normal charging and fast charging for your phone. So it depends on whether your phone is actually allowed this fast charging or not. Same goes to the EV. So different kind of EV, right, actually have different intake energy. So some can take 7, some can take 11, some can take 22. Maybe I give some sample. Like for example, generally, like all the China EV can only take 7 kilowatt per hour. So, or like a standard Europe, like BMW, Mercedes, Hyundai, then maybe like what, Tesla, okay, they can take 11. Like some premium one, Lotus, okay, RR, Rolls Royce, then Smart, okay, they all can take up to 22. So why do we have to understand this? Reason being that this is one of the factors that actually affects how long you should charge your car. Okay, so and also we have to look at how big is your battery size lah. So basically the idea is your battery size divided by your energy input is the time that you're actually charging.
Okay. So how do you, as an EV owner, usually plan out your time accordingly? Do you just like say plug and play overnight, or like at your office or whatsoever?
I actually don't emphasize to be a EV user and also a CPO by the same time. I actually don't advise people to plug and just overnight. Reason being that we can see that actually there are lack of infrastructure. So if let's say you plug and just leave it overnight, although you are paying idle fees, maybe like I'm not taking energy, I just pay for the parking fees, but it's actually a very selfish act, I would say, because you already hog a place where people might need that space to charge their EVs. So I would say, my behavior is whenever I go to a place, instead of like going a place, I will actually check which EV station actually allow me to do my work over there. Like for example, if let's say I need to go for a meeting, I don't set location first. I actually look for which EV charging station actually have a cafe that's suitable for my meeting. So that's where I set my meeting will be.
I see. So actually these charging points are also a potential marketing opportunity for businesses to attract premium clients as well, right?
Yes.
Yeah. And so because this industry is so new and this technology is new, one of the biggest concerns people have is like the safety aspect of it, right? And I'm sure that when it comes to EV vehicles or the charging solutions, people are concerned about, will it like overheat, burn, or whatsoever. How does your company or your technological solution work around these?
So the best part is that we only work with one of the brand named Autel. Okay, this Autel brand has been they are focusing. That means that their main business is actually on the diagnosing vehicle. Like for example, some of the non non-official 4S shop. Okay, they actually need to, like, for example, the outside the 4S shop they actually want to like service a car, right? They need some device, some software to study the car, to diagnose the car, right? This hotel is actually, their main business is doing this software and machine. So now they actually come up with another new I mean, it's like not to say new business, it's like they diverse into this business, this EV charging business. So I would say they are very particular in terms of, if let's say if anything goes wrong on this charging process, like for example you plug in, you might get overheat, this all concern, right, actually is not exist. Reason being that if let's say anything goes wrong, no matter in the charger, in the cable, or even installing wiring, or even your car battery, you are not allowed to charge your car. No matter how you press, it's not going to start. And in fact, a lot of people actually question, hey, raining, how do I charge my car? That's not a concern also. We have do some testing, and even like some of the YouTube bloggers actually did that. Okay, so you can just sink the whole charging cable into water, a pulse water, then you put into a car, you can start charging, no problem. So this is not an issue, to be honest.
Okay.
I mean, like, about the safety purpose, I would say there are a lot of compliance actually did before to ensure that you actually getting the best charger. So that's why we also don't, in Evolution, we don't simply out carry a brand. You can see only hotel actually in all our website and even our brand or everywhere.
Yeah. So I mean, one of the things that went viral a while back was with like Tesla chargers, for example. The Tesla owners, they were like wrapping the charger with a wet cloth. They said that, oh, it actually helps speed up the whole thing. Comments on that?
Okay. I wouldn't say it works or not. So actually, I don't think it's actually affecting that. If let's say, if really, then I wouldn't I mean, to be honest, I wouldn't comment this part because reason is not making any sense. It's not making any sense. And in fact, charging is actually depends on the energy output and input, and also the whole infrastructure, like how you build the charger, and also the wiring quality actually use, and also the component that actually you use in the distribution box. It's not just like, oh, I cooling with the wet tissue, then it will be faster. No, it's don't work that way. It don't work
so
that way.
there's a lot more in terms of the technical setup
Yes,
as a whole. And what about the adapters? You know, can any, like for Evolution, the chargers station that you are providing, can any EV cars charge from the station?
Yes, the best part of this is that those cars who officially sell in Malaysia, they actually 100%, I would say 100% can use. I mean, like our charger actually cater for all of them, unless you are going through the second shop. Like for example, you are buying directly from Europe or even like Japan model. So you straight away you import by yourself. So you have a different connector. So this can be solved as well. You just need to buy an adapter. For example, like your iPhone, you are using a Lightning head. Maybe you need to buy an adapter from Lightning change to Type C, something like that. There are adapters like this. But of course, based on our station now, we are cater for 100% EVs in the market. Even like Tesla that come in, usually Tesla is they have their own connector, their own port lah. But when they come into Malaysia, they have to fulfill this called Type 2 and also CCS combo. Basically, these are the standard, I would say.
Okay. So how do potential EV users find your charging stations?
Okay, we are, first of all, of course, our apps, and second would be our partner. I mean, not to say partner. I would say there are one apps actually. All the CPOs like us, charge point operator, like us, will actually register our station in this apps. This apps is not function like the operator. They are more like a Waze. Okay, so in these ways, okay, you can actually look for all the chargers. So we are one of them. If let's say you particularly want to look for our apps, our charging station, then of course you have to go through our apps. If let's say you are looking for the nearest station, of course you can go through that apps. So of course, in the near future, we are also partnering up with some of the super apps player, and also we'll deploy. I mean, like through their apps, we'll actually see our charger as well. And in fact, we are in Q4. We are actually partner up with one of the biggest e-wallet in Malaysia. Your phone definitely has this e-wallet system, so I will just keep it as a secret. I think we all know
Yeah,
that.
yeah. Maybe green in color. I don't know. We'll
Maybe,
see. Yeah, yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Okay. So, um, with this industry booming, right? And how is the government supporting this industry in terms of the legal side, the regulation side? I mean, Malaysia is an oil producing country, right? How are they playing this game right now?
Okay, first of all, let's go with the user first because based on the government policy, I mean, like the initiative is that whenever you buy an EV motor, okay, you actually get subsidization of 2,400. So meaning that there's the effort they actually do. As for our charge point operator, I would say they are actually supporting us by they immediately, I mean, that once we start deploying, immediately they come up with a lot of compliances that actually support us. Like, for example, they keep on reminding us on like how should we install this, then what are the plan, what are the criteria that actually you have to fulfill, kind of things. I would say in this industry, government support is still there are a lot coming lah. I wouldn't say they full force yet lah.
Okay, but that's the direction they are
Yeah,
headed
yeah, true.
towards.
It's luckily they have a direction already, but it's still in progressing lah.
Okay. So when it comes to penetrating into the Malaysian market, having a really more complete infrastructure, right? What percentage is Malaysia at, if you were to say agak-agak?
Agak. Now
Yeah.
it's like if not mistaken, that day we actually have the had I received the number is around 2-3% of vehicle start changing. And in fact, because the suddenly booming number is because our TNB and then our Post Malaysia and also some of the logistic company actually changed their fleet into EV vans already.
Oh.
And also one of the company, I'm not mistaken, they already switched to EV truck. And then in PJ, the one of the bus company already changed to EV bus.
Wow.
So we don't look at only commercial passenger car. We can look into commercial vehicle as well. So of course, I think there are some extra perks that means like extra commission, means like the support from government to this fleet. But I wouldn't touch on that lah. But it's good to see not only passenger car. We don't keep our eye on passenger car only, but also those commercial vehicle. Yeah.
So what is stopping Malaysia's EV infrastructure at the moment? If we are seeing all of this potential, but in terms of the accessibility to the chargers, what is stopping from all of these chargers from popping up?
Okay, maybe on my personal opinion is that first of all is that we don't have our own manufacturer. First of all, so that's why we have to import. So when it comes to import, it's by USD, and then when you buy USD, it's not the USD today. Luckily now we have some Malaysian
Good news.
Good news. But we import the device was half a year ago.
Wow,
At that time was super expensive. So I would say the difficulties we are actually facing is definitely the investment of the business. Because it's like hundreds years ago when we started off petrol station that time. The huge question mark is that petrol really can meh? So same goes to today. Even like few years, means like I'm 90s baby lah. So that time was actually keypad to iPhone. So people will say, why touchscreen only? I want to touch the keypad. So it's a switching. So during this switching, right, a lot of queries, a lot of people will question, really works, man? Really works, man? So this kind of method, right, this kind of idea, right, actually stop them from entering this market. These are one of the difficulties. And then ultimately, of course, the funding, I would say.
Okay. So you mentioned that importing the equipment and all that, it's expensive. So if people want to be part of this Evlution, right? is it very costly to invest into this industry?
In fact, I would say this one would be the one of the easiest way to start a business or even to invest into a new industry. It's not really costly, I would say. In fact, it's even lesser than you started up a kiosk, a
Wow.
kiosk franchise.
Wow.
Yes,
Okay.
yes, it's really for even, and the entry level is super, super low.
Okay. Okay.
Mm,
Okay.
yep.
And but in terms of like the headaches, do these people who want to invest in the market, do they have to deal with or the maintenance, this checking this, checking that, the setup and all that?
In fact, it's not. That's why we actually spend almost a year. Actually, it's a 9 months to do all the setup and to do all the back end services. This all a 9 months effort is actually to kill all this. How to say, like for example, the investor have to headache for this lah, for that lah. No, the 9 months actually kill all the headaches part already. So if let's say you, for example, you want to know how the business go, we have a back-end service. I mean, like we have a back-end server that actually allow you to see every single cents go where, and it's by live status. It's not manual way. So I would say as an investor, no, there's nothing. But in fact, if let's say the investor willing to help, you can always like link up us with the one who actually interested to install a EV charger, or even to like want to know the business, or even like for example they want to be part of the partner, something like that. That's the only thing we may need their help.
Okay, so right now you've already got the system, and then it's just being able to have the funding, people who want to be part of this evolution to grow together, lah, right? And it may be a once in a lifetime opportunity at the moment. And I think previously we've also shared that usually in other industries you see all the big players dominating the market, but this small window of opportunity we have to penetrate into the market. So what are the backgrounds of the people who have invested in these charging points?
In fact, they are from different company and different background, I would say. But I would say that they have a same vision, which is they actually knows that this business is going to sustain for the next 100 years. Like for example, petrol station has been building up like more than 100 years. Even now, petrol station is still building up. The latest one I think I saw in the Caltex near the one south somewhere near the before the toll. So petrol station is still building up. So you can imagine in the next 100 years or even 200 years, where government will keep on focusing on ESG. So EV is definitely one of the ESG, one of the clean green energy. So in the next 100 years, EV charging will just keep on increasing. And in fact, it's different from petrol station, because petrol station you may be spending 5 to 15 minutes to finish pumping your petrol. But no, car is at least you need to spend like what, half an hour or even like 45 minutes. So for example, like even China, okay, they actually managed to do the ratio of what 3 EVs actually can share one port. In Malaysia, I think now it's around like what 20 EVs to one port.
Wow.
So it's not enough.
Okay.
So yeah, imagine that you actually have a chance to step into this market with such a big opportunities, such a big future. Yeah.
And what's the time frame of ROI people can expect?
I would say there's no 100% guarantee, but I would say now currently our forecast will be somewhere around 3 to 5 years. Within most of it will be around 3 years lah.
Okay. So if people are interested in being part of this, setting up investing in their own charging stations, helping to build the future infrastructure of Malaysia, essentially, how can they get in touch with you?
You can always WhatsApp me, and so of course email us also can. Of course now in this new new world, of course WhatsApp will be the best lah.
Okay, and what's your WhatsApp contact?
014-921 and 939. I believe you will add it.
Yes.
Yep.
We'll add it on the screen, and then if you want, it'll be in the description or around this video.
Yes.
Otherwise, they can email you at
kenny.lau@alliance-evolution.com. Basically, Evlution is like it's very simple, very easy. Evolution, taking out the O, the first O. Yep.
Okay, and that's Lao spelled
LAU.
LAU.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, so thank you very much, Kenny, and we really look forward to Evolution growing and building the future infrastructure of Malaysia. So stick around, subscribe to our channel if you want to listen. Up next, we will be focusing on. Just stay tuned.